1,300 metres ahead of them, and the red light turned on. All set. Ready to break. Starter Mr. Lister has a last look down the line. Racing. Well, they came out at 6s and 7s there. Piggy Tails particularly slowly away. Not so Atomic Time. The favourite won the bounce and went straight to the lead. Pierre Target with the blinkers on goes up to have a crack for the lead on the outside. Mr. Worthington third away. Zusane Girl in fourth. They're followed then by Nottington Prince. Then a gap of 3 to Love to Talk and 3 to Piggy Tails last. On the side, 900 left to run. New leader. Pierre Target took over. Ormond whips off the fence on Atomic Time to set up outside of the leader, trailing by a length. Mr. Worthington making a mid-race move, 3 wide. Zusane Girl fourth the rail. A length behind that pair, Nottington Prince. 2 to Love to Talk. The second favourite is second last. And Piggy Tails last, 6 off the lead. Heading inside the 600 metres, they prepare to turn. And Pierre Target shows out narrowly from Atomic Time, who's about to get on terms on the outside. Racing in third as they straighten for home was Mr. Worthington, but he's covered ground. They're followed then by Zusane Girl. Then Nottington Prince running on reasonably well. Love to Talk's under pressure, not doing a lot. And then came Piggy Tails. Atomic Time in front. He's not getting away from them. On the outside, Nottington Prince is running a very game race. And here are the back markers sweeping home. Look at Love to Talk and look at Piggy Tails right down the outside. Love to Talk on the outside raced up. They swapped the favourite. And Love to Talk first up. Beat either Nottington Prince or Atomic Time, who had his chance. Piggy Tails in fourth. Not a bad debut. Then Mr. Worthington, Zusane Girl and Pierre Target last over the line.
So number 4, Love to Talk, down the outside, has got up to take the opening event, trained by Stuart Kendrick and ridden by Kyle Wilson-Taylor. Around about a half a length, it looks like Nottingham Prince will get second, ahead of Atomic Time. And then on the outside there, Piggy Tails, and then a gap away to Mr. Worthington, who couldn't get in. He was obliged to race a little bit wide. Love to Talk, a filly by Morris. She was getting herself a little bit warm in the mounting yard. They did come out and parade rather early, and it's extremely humid, but that didn't stop an excellent performance by her. She was back under a bit of pressure coming towards the bend, but she's made up about 4 or 5 lengths, and that's what she did at her first start. She was at her best late over the shorter trip, but first up 1,300, she pricks her ears on the line and scores a good win. You'll see she's back near last at this point. She's got Piggy Tails just in front of her on the outside, so this has been a tidy performance. Well, the favourite, he had a bit of a picnic up there on the pace, and he never really looked like a $1.40 chance at the top of the straight. He was under pressure and he's just got third there, so you'd have to say a bit disappointing at his debut. Bernie, 4 beats 1 and 2.
Yeah, thanks very much, Maxie. It was a great return, as you mentioned, at her second preparations. She had that good race experience and sort of previous stamina on her side as well. She's, pedigree says stay all day, doesn't it, being by Morris? So, yeah, let's have a chat with the winning trainer. You've done it again. Well done.
Thanks, Fernie. Yeah, no, it was a good win. Look, she's a lovely filly. She got me a little bit worried. She got a bit hot in the yard and on her toes a little bit fresh, but she sort of showed us a lot last time in, and we gave her the one run over the shorter trip, gave her a spell and come back, and yeah, we sort of thought we'll kick her off on the 1,300. She looks like a filly that'll get a mile and eat that up. So yeah, it was good to get the win first up. We've got a great bunch of owners in her, so they've been patient. So yeah, very good.
It's paying off, and I mean she's got a lovely sort of athletic light frame filly that just skips over the ground sort of with ease and seemed to like the cut in it as well.
Yeah, she is. And look, she's got a lovely big action on her, and she's still got a lot of filling out to do. I think she's going to be a really nice 3-year-old filly, hopefully, into some of those nice staying races down the track. She's got a great pedigree. So, yeah, no, exciting horse, and looking forward to it.
And a super pleasant experience for her here today, I'm thinking.
It was. It wasn't too busy. And as I said, she got herself a little bit worked up. So hopefully she just settles down with that run under her belt. But, good to get the win on the board.
Bit of nerves, that's all. Well done, Stewie.
Thank you.
Should have asked Stewie. He might have had to sweat up too, given that she was. But, she's slightly towish. It's really quite typical of the Morris breed. They're usually slightly highly strung, even though they usually develop into distance horses. They're usually quite fine to look at, so she fits all that, doesn't she? 1:18.27, the last 600 there in 35.82. She won by 3/4 of a length with a head to third. So we'll have a chat with our winning jockey now, which is Kyle Wilson-Taylor. Does a lot of riding for Stewie, gets a lot of winners. It's a successful combination, and it worked again today. Well done.
Thanks, Bernie. I was licking my lips at about the 500. Favourite had been softened right up, and they'd gone quick, and it panned exactly how I thought it would. So, not often that happens, but no, it's good.
As excuse me, Stewie was talking, she's a little bit toey pre-race, but I think that's just her, just slightly nervous. Yeah,
the benefit of riding for Stewie is I do a lot of work for him and get to know these horses, and I was a little bit worried, but like you said, I had that in the back of my mind that that's what she's like at home. So, and you know, I'm always told that if they're sweating, it's better than them not sweating on a hot day like this. So, very pleased with her.
Well done.
Thank you.
Over the last 20 minutes or so.
All right, the last few are loading. Let's get upstairs to David Fowler for the call of race 2.
The horse will be ridden more forward. That's a tactic change coming through. It's a roughie, but it will be ridden more forward in race 5. Last few coming up now. In fact, Smart Action will be the last one to move in and will be set to go. Smart Action goes to its position, set to jump. Red light on, they're racing this time. Barazin began reasonably well from barrier 2. Brave Boy came out strongly. Javita nicely away. Both Can't Quit and Watermelon are pushing forward. There's not much tempo through the first 200 metres. Parked behind that division was Itchy Bar, then Classy Gal. Britta's on the way forward towards the front. And then came Hereditary, Better Tomorrow, and Smart Action off the wide gate, snicked back to last. Heading down the back straight to approach the 1400. And in the wash-up, Can't Quit took control. Leads by 1 length to Watermelon, and Barazin is going to get the box seat trail third on the inside. Javita, the second favourite, also angled into a Butte spot. She's basically 1 out and 1 back, travelling in 4th position outside of Brave Boy, a length away 5th on the rail. A length and a quarter to Itchy Barn, Britta 3 wide, inside that pair Classy Gal, and the last trio Hereditary, Better Tomorrow and Smart Action. 8 lengths span them by the 1,000 metres. They head to the side, and there's no tempo at all. Can't Quit is just coasting in front, leads away from Watermelon in second, and Barazin is getting every opportunity in third. No excuse in the world. Javita right behind him, a length back 4th. Britta's been off the track from the get-go. Then Brave Boy, Itchy Barn. 2 Classy Gal inside of Hereditary. And the last pair, Better Tomorrow and Smart Action. More tempo on now as they head towards the 600 metres. Can't Quit an to spare over Watermelon. Barazin going comfortably in third. The jock just trying to navigate a path away from the inside. Just trying to push Javita wider at the turn. Couldn't do so. May have to switch back to the inside. And that he does. And to the outside, Itchy Bar with a fair run. Fully homeward bound now. Barazin is starting to warm up on the inside. Went to Can't Quit a Watermelon. They're beaten. Javita sticking on gamely. And from the back, Hereditary making some ground with Smart Action. 100 left to go, though. Barazin in control. He's got a blick, Barazin. And the favourite wins this time. Beats home Jovita. Third, Can't Quit. And fourth, I'd say Hereditary. Itchy Bar not far away. Smart Action and Watermelon were next. And the last 4 over the line were Brave Boy, Better Tomorrow, Classy Gal and Smart Action pulling up quickly.
Barazin number 1, the winner, ridden by Andrew Madden for Chris Lees. He had his first 3 starts in France where he won a race. I think he might have won his first race. And since then, he's been ultra consistent, puts up a big margin there. Javita gets second. She was put into a nice spot by Michael Rod. And then number 12, Can't Quit the leader, is back in third. So just confirming third and fourth. They want to have a look at the finish links there. But Barazin always travelled strongly. Coming towards the bend, you could see Madian wanted to get away from the rails, but Rod on Javita wouldn't have a bar of that and shoved him straight back in, and he went back towards the inside. Now, when we get a shot of the head-on, we'll be able to see how far off the rails he is. It looks like he's about probably 4 or 5 horses off the fence laterally, but he humped the big weight there, the 60 kilos. He was so well handicapped there under that Class 3 plate scale, and he's just been far too good for them, as his form suggested. I'd say about 5 horses off the rails, and he's continuing a very strong gallop. Now, Hereditary number 8 gets 4th. So, Bernie, the placings are 1, 11, 12 and 8. He was heavily supported.
All right. right, Chris Lees takes out the second race here today at Eagle Farm. Mandy is his representative. Barazin is in sensational form at the moment.
He's been very consistent. This is his second prep here from Ireland, and he's going really well.
He looks a bit of a dude to have around the place.
Don't really know much about him. He hasn't been here long, but he's a lovely horse, yeah.
Obviously had a good gait, got a beautiful run throughout. Little tricky when he was trying to get to the outside, but it really didn't matter because he just had options.
Yeah, looked a little bit hairy for a couple of seconds, but it was all good in the end.
All right, well, we hope he stays here and puts a few together.
Yeah, so do I. He's a very nice horse.
Good on you, Mandy.
Thanks, Bernie.
All right, let's have a chat with our winning jockey, Andrew Malyon, a.k.a. Mr. Eagle Farm, and beautiful win by this horse, afforded a good gate, box seated, pretty picture perfect, really.
Yeah, it was. Very nice horse to ride, came up in great order. Just sort of needed to get a bit of luck on the home turn. I wasn't able to sort of come out from underneath them, but sort of luckily enough the leader rolled out and was able to take that run up the inside, and he put the race to bed pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, even though he took the inside, he was really sharp to let down and then able to sort of move away.
Done a great job, especially with 60 kilos, you know. Plenty of merit in the win, and yeah, he'll be winning better races.
Yeah, he might be a bit too good for off-season Brisbane.
Yeah, he seems that way. I'm happy for him to go around in these races. It makes me look good, so I really like him. He's a nice horse.
Well done.
Good on you.
Just Precious, the favourite here, although she has slightly drifted, Maxie.
Yeah, not much. Has been good support for Adiella. I'm going 12-2, those two, then 14 Giuliana and 15 Valtudo, but 12 on top, Just Precious.
Yeah, I'm with Adiella. Just need a little bit of luck from the gate. Here's David.
70 for the fillies and mares. They're set to go and they're racing. Decisive Lass on the inside began well, all out of time, fast away. Just Precious settling down in third position. Lunar 8 was fourth. Jungle Law whipping up 3 and 4 1 as they drive into turn 1. Miss Bales ripping around them as well. Then Valatudo midfield, followed by All Stashed Up. Drifting back Encrypted Elegant, Sistine Explorer. Ardiella's a mile back in the first call, third last. Then Giuliana and Try Everything is last. 700 left to run. All out of time, led by 1 length. Jungle Law second. The speed looks good. Racing third, 2 away. Lunar 8 and Just Precious the favourite. Getting a gun run fourth on the rail at the halfway mark. Then Miss Bales, followed by Decisive Lass. All Stashed Up. Well back Valatudo. Encrypted Elegance. Ardiella has got a lot of work ahead of her as they flatten for home. Then Sistine Explorer, Giuliana and Try Everything pulled to the centre of the track. The leader, though, was still all out of time. Just Precious getting up on the inside to come after it gamely. Then Jungle Law, Lunar 8. Miss Bales down the outside with All Stashed Up. Just Precious on the inside got the run. I can see Ardiella flying. And Valatudo coming through as well. Valatudo went home best from Ardiella and Just Precious. Miss Bales was next, then All Stashed Up. Then a clump of them. Decisive Lass, Encrypted Elegance. Sistine Explorer, Jungle Law, Lunar 8, Giuliana, Try Everything. And a margin to all out of time who stopped really quickly the last part and finished down towards the tail.
Goodness me, where to look? Halfway up the straight, Valatudo has got through to score in a very close photo for second and third. What's that? On the outside there, Miss Bales. So very close. We'll have to have a look at that again. But the winner, clearly Valatudo, did storm home last start over the road at Doomben behind Bucks Fizz. It's Andrew Malyon in the previous, coming through nearer the inside. And he's burst through right up the middle of the track on Valatudo today and has been able to get the money. Just Precious just couldn't get to the outside. She kicked clear at the 250, and then Adiella starting to charge home towards the inside, and the grey All Stashed Up wide out. So it looks like Miss Bales will get that second. Here's the head-on view. You can see Malyon's got a slight gap there, not enough. He's just got to wait for the gap to open up a little bit. He's not going to wait any longer. He switches back towards the inside, about 5-6 horses off the rails, and Valatudo has burst through the gap to get up and score. A mare by Zoostar, trained by Chris Waller, giving Malyon the last 2 races. That's only a second victory at start number 11, but she certainly found her niche here at Chris's Gold Coast stables. Miss Bales just continues to be good at a 9th run this time in, then Just Precious, good again, and all stashed up. The grey, Bernie, finished strongly on the outside.
Yeah, that's right. Quite the blanket finish, but goes obviously the way of Val to do. Is that how we're saying it?
I don't, but I probably say most of them wrong. Valatudo, I think.
Valatudo sounds good. Brilliant today.
Yeah, it was always going to be a bit hard for her going 14 first up, come back to 12, and that's why she was strong right on the post and right through it. Mid-race speed really helped her settle in the right spot, and Andrew just plotted the right course from there.
Yeah, she was strong. Obviously, a nice weight today too, just the 55 kilos.
Lovely weight for her. She's been well performed in Melbourne, Sydney as well, so she's well travelled. She's very easy going, push-button horse, and, you know, she could go through the grades up here.
It's going to make the Green Huntress very happy.
Certainly will. He's probably got more important horses to watch today, but no, he loves a winner anywhere.
He does love a winner anywhere. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Brett Killian on behalf of trainer Chris Waller. 1:11.08 the time there, home in 34.76. So, yeah, a very interesting race. And probably maybe a couple that were a little unlucky by where they had no choice but to go. Certainly Adiala didn't have much choices, had to try and save ground, but and was hard up against that inside fence. But Andrew Malyon, he is Mr. Eagle Farm. He just loves this place and rides it so well because it's a patience track.
Yeah, I counted to 10 then. That was good. I tracked into the race really nicely, but I just felt I was probably going to have to wait too long if I wanted to continue to come to the outside of them. And we'd gone out enough. I'd sort of blended out enough where I sort of was able just to cut through the middle, and he was really good. That he's got a short, sharp dash, but she was able to sort of travel up, and yeah, I was really impressed with her last sort of furlong. I thought she was really good once it all opened up, and there might be a better race in store for her.
Yeah, she's come a long way since her Ballina maiden win.
Exactly, you know, it's a lot to ask for in one prep, so she's in the right camp though, so I'm sure the sky's the limit for her.
We're on a soft 6 today. How does that feel to you?
Yeah, perfectly rated, track's in really good order. That rain overnight's definitely just give it a nice even cut in the ground, and everything should be getting its chance. Is it slightly better, just slightly off? I think it's slightly better off, but I mean, you don't have to be coming out at right angles, giving away 10 lengths on the corner. And, you know, with the day that we're having today, it might even up again with these dry conditions. The fence might be all right late in the day, you never know.
Probably lost a kilo in that race. Well done.
I think I'm still losing weight as we speak.
He was a bit rushed. He sort of blundered his way out last start, and he was rushed. And then he was overdoing it a little bit. So I think today, a better jump and a kind of first furlong sees him relax better in the run. All right, last one loaded. Here's David Fowler.
The Ryan Hardiker Handicap celebrates 50 years of age. They're off and racing. Caspadova about third away. First to go was Run with the Tide. No Name Frank's got speed. Boom Master scurrying forward early. So Caspadova will land fourth, one off the rail. Fighting Idle fifth over on its inside, and Zingalong Trap three wide. He's a tad worse in midfield outside of Mr. Wanji. And the second favourite Boom Shot third last the rail. Then Kemasabi and Columbaroo whips them in. Down below the 800 metres, Run with the Tide and Boom Master. Mid-race, stride for stride. Speed good, led by 4. No Name Frank third. Caspadova in fourth, getting a good rider as they reach the halfway mark. Then Zingalong, Mr. Wanji off the bit, Fighting Idle. Boom Shot should appreciate this tempo. He's third last around the bend with Kemasabi and Columbaroo behind him. Fully homeward bound though. Boom Master went to Run with the Tide. No Name Frank got an inside run all of a sudden. Caspadova on the outside swept up and put play to that trio and dashed away. Columbaroo running on fairly from the back. Boom Shot currently not doing enough, but Caspadova is certainly doing enough. He's going well. He's a progressive horse, and he'll make it 3 in a row, and he will bolt in. Columbaroo up for second. No Name Frank in third. Fourth, Boom Master or Fighting Idle. Then Boom Shot. Then came Kemasabi, Mr. Wanji, well back Run with the Tide, and Zingalong last.
Well, Caspadova got everything spot on there. He got his tempo with Run with the Tide and Boom Master going at it. setting up a good margin, and they had to tire, and it was Caspanova just cantering up to him, turning into the straight. You'd have been on pretty happy terms with yourself after they'd gone about 100 metres if you were on Caspanova in the hands of Vlad Jurek, trained by Rob Heathcote. Columbaroo running a big race at around an SP of $26, and then No Name Frank. He trailed that fast tempo and stayed on quite well to get third. So we're just waiting for the minor. So we look at the concluding stages once again. Boom Master trying to hold on for fourth, but on the outside there, Fighting Idol is starting to run on. So looks as though he's just going to last there for fourth by the looks of it, Boom Master. We'll confirm that shortly. And in behind those, Boom shot with the yellow cap near the inside. Just nothing at all again today. But it's all about Caspanova, and most of the winners today, Bernie, have been coming up, the 5 horses off. This one's come a little bit wider than that in Caspanova, but that was never, ever in any doubt at all.
No, he wasn't, Maxie, and the race just panned out perfectly for him as well. And I love the fact that Vlad's really nice and familiar with this guy. Last start, we saw him scramble out of the barriers and then chased, and he overdid it a little bit, but he wasn't overdoing it today, not with that kind of tempo on. Jared Coetzee joins us for a chat now on behalf of winning trainer Rob Heathcote, and that was just perfect Johnny on the spot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was always going to map well for him. We did have the horse that, to be fair, he did get taken on. Old Run with the Tide. He's an on-pace horse, but he got taken on. It was a bit unfair by him. But Casper was fantastic today. He did everything right. He proves every run, this horse, and he was always a bit mentally backwards. But this time he's improving again with every run. So he'll just get better and stronger.
Yeah, 4 from 8 now, and turning up that's 3 from 3 this preparation. So I wonder when he's going to bottom out.
No, he seems to be going really well. He pulls up from his runs really well, improves off of it. So he'll sustain a good preparation. There'll be a few left in him this time in.
Absolutely, and Vlad's such a great addition to the stable there as well.
To this horse particularly, and to the stable. He's been a great addition to the stable. He does a lot of helps us out a lot. I just want to say thanks again to Adrenaline. They've been a long-time supporters of ours, and it's nice to reward them last night and today.
Adrenaline will have the adrenaline pumping when they party later. Well done.
Thanks so much, Benny.
All right, there is Jared Coetzee, all the way from South Africa. We'll have a chat now with Vlad Jurek and get his thoughts on Caspanova. Casper, as they call him. Sorry, I'm live. All right. Give him away. Well done, Team Adrenaline. Let's have a chat about this horse. Well done.
Thanks, Bernie. Yeah, you've definitely come first, mate.
Well, it's just I haven't got much time.
Fair enough. Look, he was really good today. He lubbed into a nice spot. They were going along a really strong gallop, probably a little bit too strong for him, which I wanted to see him relax today, because we're sort of thinking maybe 14 for him, try him at 14. But look, he keeps raising the bar with him, Rob does, and the horse just thriving with racing, so it's very good.
Yeah, brilliant ride. Well done.
Thank you.
Certainly should appreciate the big track here as well. So Shasane for me. Alrighty, let's get upstairs to David Fowler for the call of race number 5.
The previous race, he's a progressive horse, Caspanova. Now the last few coming up for race 5 today. We're at the halfway mark. Race 5 of 10. This race, the long distance race, 2,200 metres, and Abiba going for back-to-back wins here at Eagle Farm. There's the red light. All set. Starter has the button, hits it, and they're off and racing. Habiba, one of the first to go towards the inside. Tappy's Lad began well. Counters rolling forward soon after the start, as is Convener. Courtesan Air, they're trying to go forward on it, but it's wide early. Then Shasane. Iverson settling just a tad worse in midfield over on the rail. Then Linthorpe Lad, followed by Age of Sail. He's fourth last in the moving line in the first call of the last trio. Shadow Park, Aldenary and Bedford Square. They travel to the side, and Convener whipped away with a 5-length lead. Tappy's Lad in second. second, Counter third, and Ange Jones has got a Bieber travelling sweetly fourth on the rail. A length behind him was Cooter Today, getting in one off the fence. 2 to Chassain outside of Overson, 2.5 to Age of Sail. The second favourite has 4 behind it, and they are Linthorpe Lad, Aldenari, Shadow Park and Bedford Square, who I'd estimate would be 18 lengths off the lead as they head along the bank straight towards the 1300. Convena's currently making every post a winning post. The lead margin is 5 lengths. Tappy's Lad in second, racing third as Counter. And a Bieber continues to get this good midfield trail, or better than midfield trail, on the fence and travelling well. A length Cooter to Dare, 1 to Iverson, 1 Chassain, 1 Linthorpe Lad, 3/4 Age of Sail, 2 Shadow Park inside of Aldenary, 2 off last Bedford Square. No change to the running order. Down the side now to approach Racecourse Village at the 800 metres, and Convena still has a healthy break, led by 5 to Tappy's Lad in second, taking the field up to the leader Convena. Counter in third, a Bieber in fourth. Nothing has changed. Then Cooter to Dare. Chassain makes a move, going around them 3 and 4 wide as a Bieber tries to get off the rail. Iverson right behind a Bieber. Age of Sail now travelling into the picture. Then came Linthorpe Lad, Shadow Park, Aldenary, and Bedford Square whipped them in. They thunder for home. 400 left to run. Convena came back to them quickly, tackled by Tappy's Lad and Counter. Chassain loomed up, a Bieber near the inside. Age of Sail battling reasonably well, and Aldenary down the outside. Tappy's Lad at big odds now, grabbed by Chassain. Age of Sail on the outside, straight to Chassain, reached the lead. Here's Aldenary coming after Age of Sail. Mallion's looking for the treble, he'll do it. Age of Sail, too good, beat Aldenary. Tappy's Lad the boulder third, fourth Iverson, then Bedford Square, Chassain, followed by Cooter Today. Bieber was disappointing today, then Counter, Shadow Park, Linthorpe Lad, and Convena was first out but last home.
Yes, went out with a big lead, Convena, and set up a strong tempo down the back, but under a lot of pressure coming towards the home bend, and Age of Sail has finally got another win. I think he won at his first start since coming from overseas at Warwick Farm. He'd won a couple in the UK before coming across, and he'd been quite consistent since, but he's obviously come up here to find an easier assignment, and he certainly got that today in the hands of a jockey that's got the wind in his sails in Andrew Mallion. Again, I think all Mallion's horses have been coming up, somewhere between 5 and 8.
All right, Chris Lees again here in the 5th with Age of Sail. Market's probably got it right in the end. He went up the early favourite on Wednesday or Thursday. Mandy joins us for another chat. He then slightly drifted, but still nicely in the market, but a nice win.
It was a nice win, yeah. I think you might take him back home for the carnival down there. He said he just needed to get up over the distance, and So, it was a nice win.
Have a little trip away?
Yeah, a little in the sun.
How long has he been here?
Only a day.
A day?
He might get a little recovery time before he goes back.
Maybe Monday.
Yeah. But,
well, he loved it here today. He loved the going too, didn't he?
Yeah. It was he was under pressure from a while back, but he got going and got there.
It was a strangely run race, given that Kieran's Mars horse was sort of out there by 5 or 6 lengths, and then the second horse probably only started to chase 700 out. So the horses sort of in that first bunch were sustaining long runs, weren't they?
Yeah, and he looked like he was under pressure, but he just kept going. So that was the main thing.
Mr. Eagle Farm?
Yeah, we love Eagle Farm.
So does Andrew. Well done, Mandy.
Thanks, Bernie.
Well done. That's 3 for you today.
Yeah, having a good day, Bern. So, mate, continue.
That was sort of an odd race. Obviously, Kieran's horse getting away by 5 or 6 throughout the run, and the second horse starting to chase at sort of 700 out. So there were a few tidies by the time they got to the 200.
Worked out nowhere near like I thought it would. I thought I'd be running 5th or 6th, getting a good run. More speed than I anticipated, which was fine. It was nothing like I envisioned, but I sort of just, went, oh, well, to plan D or C. But I was on the back of the right horse, and, Ronnie just dragged me all the way up into the straight. He made me work for it a bit, but every time he took a stride, he picked up a length, and he just kept getting better as he sort of stretched out. So, yeah, he relished the 2200, and he'll only get further too.
Well done.
Good on you, Ben.
The horse that she beat, you've got to say, had a tough run that night when second, Fashion Flash.
All right, last horse, Maxie.
Yeah, heavily back favourite here, Our Benefactor. I'm 7-1-8-12, but it's off the map, the toppy.
Here's David.
And they're racing, and the starter caught them in a good line too. Run Lucy, Run and Mistrustful were fast away from wide gates. They're riding Blitzum forward. Waku pushing up, so is Cole's Best. Have a good measured Ninjutsu's also up there as well. They'll sort themselves out, getting back Pro Forma. Then Our Benefactor, Merchant Gold and Rock the Sunrise, a surprising last. Into turn 1, 1,000 metres left to go. Run Lucy, Run took up the roller's pacemaker. Leads Mistrustful by 3/4 of a length. Now about 3 away, third Blitzum getting into a good spot now. Cole's Best fourth the outside, a length behind that pen Ninjutsu. Then the favourite Waku, a length and a half Pro Forma. Our Benefactor trailing Waku in the run, and Merchant Gold and Rock the Sunrise, the last pair, 7 off the lead. Down the side towards the 600 metres, Run Lucy Run, currently making every post a winning post. Leads narrowly up to the turn from Mistrustful. Blitzum in third, working away from the rail. Cole's Best wider. Then Ninjutsu. Now I see Our Benefactor starting to loom into the picture. Looks to have something to offer. Just trying to get a run between horses. And Rock the Sunrise coming down the outside. Waku's under pressure. The leader, though, is still Run Lucy Run hard against the rail. Rock the Sunrise and Our Benefactor are running on strongly. They've got 100 to go. Our Benefactor and Rock the Sunrise. They're the sweepers out wide. Our Benefactor in front, trying to hold on, and did. Beauty! Our Benefactor beat Rock the Sunrise. Merchant Gold up for third. Then came Pro Forma, followed by Waku. Well back was Blitzum, Cole's Best, Ninjutsu, Mistrustful and Run Lucy Run.
So number 1, Our Benefactor, getting into a nice position there, and he certainly got the tempo. They were rolling up front. And Martin Harley had him in the running line. He was a little bit tight for room at one point in the straight. He had to go full bore. Martin could probably see Run Lucy Run on the rails there shortly after turning, going boldly, but it was head down, tail up, and he's been able to get up and score. Rock the Sunrise in the proven colours on the outside, coming off a Grafton maiden win. Was terrific there. He went all the way with Our Benefactor. There was a big difference in the handicaps, but he's a good horse, this Our Benefactor. There's the gap that he's got. Coming around the heels of Blitzum, and he's just got to pick him up. A little bit of bumping going on at that point there, but he really knuckles down over the final part, this 3-year-old bike contributor. He's still a Cole. He presented beautifully in the mounting yard. He's a half-brother to champion Hong Kong sprinter in Lucky Swain S. A 16-time winner, a international Group 1 winner, the half-brother. She's a lovely horse, this fellow. And class has been able to come to the top with this stable, this combo Bernie, Martin Harley and Bevan Lamming, winning last Saturday with Savour the Dream and Our Benefactor 7 days later.
Yeah, that's right, Maxie. He's got a little bit of the wow factor, this horse. Obviously, there's more fitness to come with him. Run 23.94, home in 36.2. But he has come from further back in the ruck. Just waiting for Richard to join us. Here he comes to have a chat about this guy. But I know they've always had a really, really good opinion of him. Well done, Richard. Hey, where'd you find this fellow?
On the beach. I'm involved with him.
Oh, nice. That's nice to hear, Curly. He's involved with you.
Yes, yeah, no, it was a very good win, Bernie.
Yeah, a great win and great training there as well, because we hadn't seen him obviously since November. He's a bit of a big colt.
Yeah, look, he only had the one soft trial leading into that, and there's plenty of improvement to come. But look, ability takes him a long way, and Martin was very confident, and he rode him that way too. Wasn't a lot of room at the top of the straight, a couple of good bumps, and he put them away, and he probably just ran out of carrots the last 50.
Yeah, I mean, he made 2 really great moves on this horse. One was down the back straight where he thought, I'll just sneak in front of, I'll just get one pair closer while I'm going in a straight line. Good move. Yeah,
look, he's in good form. His ride last Saturday here was 12 out of 10, and his ride today was not quite as good, but it was still good. But yeah, look, he's in good form, Martin. He's a good rider.
The other great move he made was he counted to 10 or 15. He obviously knew that this horse could be out on his feet, so he didn't want to ask him for the ultimate sort of giddy up until he got inside the furlong?
Oh, absolutely. He come out to Beaudesert and galloped him last week, and he knew where he was fitness-wise, and that's why he rode him like that. It's a big weight.
Good trainer, this bloke.
And yeah.
He's pretty good.
Good. It was a good effort from the horse because he's going to take good improvement.
What is the plan with this guy and Savour the Dream?
Look, obviously the good races are coming up in Sydney and Melbourne, so we've got our eye on them. We'll see how they pull up. We'll see how this horse pulls up. Savour's pulled up well. He'll probably head down to Sydney next week. Whether we go to Melbourne or stay in Sydney, I'm not sure.
Fantastic. Very exciting for all of us to see what you're doing with these horses. Well done to Team Lambing. Bevan, you'll be watching at home. Let's have a quick chat with our Irish jockey here, and he just rides Bevan's horses. He rides them all well, but I don't know what's going on with you and Bevan. And Richard, you just ride with such confidence.
Do you know why, Bernie? He never gives me any instructions.
He's not confusing the issue.
Correct. Obviously he knows that I know the horses and went out there to do my best. But the less instructions we get, sometimes the better we do. And he never does, but we're definitely working well together. He's got a few lovely 3-year-olds, and yeah, you didn't see the best of that horse today. There's plenty to work on fitness-wise. And there's a fair bit of giving the track, and I don't really think he enjoyed it that much.
We're seeing just some amazing rides by you. Manoeuvre number 1, when you just thought you'd sneak a pair closer down the back straight.
Yeah, exactly right.
A little bit of Savour the Dream style.
Yeah, I could relax a little bit more in this track rather than doing been longer straight, but he travels good, and with his big weight today, it was still a good performance, Bernie.
Well done.
Thank you.
We're set for the 7th at Eagle Farm. The red light flashing. Starter Shane Lister hits the lever, off and racing. Devastating Golden Decade is expected the first 2 away. Irish Songs, John Whaler. He'll settle handier than normal. He's 3rd in the first call. Viminelli 4th away. Pocketful landing 5th on the outside, and the tail end pair, Dream Hour and Mahagoni. They head towards turn 1 now with 1,100 metres left to Rana, and Devastate is going to control. Leads from Irish Songs, who's up very close in second. He's throwing the head about. Golden Decade in a good position. He's 3rd behind the lead pair, trailing by 2 lengths. Viminelli continues to improve along the rail to be 4th. 2 behind them, Pocketful, 1 Mahagoni, and 1 Dream Hour last of the 7-6 off the lead. Down the side of the track, 700 left to Rana. Devastate, the best back runner, is going to try and lead all of the way. Irish Songs in close attendance. Now Golden Decade, rather than sit there, Lang takes off 3 wide to go and try and join the lead pair. Viminelli in 4th, Pocketful in 5th. Dream Hour now travelling to the picture, coming to the centre of the track, and Mahagoni is last of all. The inside is a forlorn place. They go to the centre of the track, and on the outside, Irish Songs is really putting it to Devastate. Then came Viminelli getting up to the inside. Golden Decade not doing enough. Dream Hour's running on. Devastate, there's something in the locker, but Irish Songs is going with him. Stride for stride. They pair off. Clear of Dream Hour. Irish Songs. Ormond too good. Irish Songs beat Devastate. Dream Hour, Pocketful, and Viminelli. Then Mahagoni and Golden Decade. A shocking run. Ran last.
Well, there you go. You're never too old. You're probably just a little bit too lazy. Look at this guy. He's a 9-year-old. He is 9 years of age. That starts 79. And he's beaten them all. He's given them age and plenty of it. And he's given them a bit of a lesson there. Devastate tried to go with him after controlling, and then Dream Hour, he had his chance, and Pocketful back in 4th, and then Viminelli. So he showed us that he's not done with yet. Last start at the Sunshine Coast went running 3rd to Electrica, running on strongly from well back. But today, Jimmy Ormond picked up the ride. He bounced him out of the gates, and I thought, Jimmy, I don't know whether that's a wise thing to do on this horse, because he can pull like a train. But he obviously knew exactly what he was doing, and he's been relentless over the final part. He was always going to beat Devastate, just looking at that slow-mo. Here we go. Devastate's the leader. Ormond just waiting, a tap down the shoulder with the left hand on the good old boy Irish Songs. A couple more. He puts his head in front at about now. Draws about a neck clear and is a little bit too good. He's just been an amazing horse for his original connections, Bernie, and more so since being picked up by clients of Louise White there at the Sunny Coast. He's been an old marvel, this guy.
Certainly has, Maxie, and he's sort of like the man about the house. He's probably have favourite horse there at the moment. Come and have a chat with us, Louise. Firstly, congratulations.
No, super stoked. It was a little bit hairy in the running. When Jimmy come out, he said jokingly, "Oh, what's to give him a dig in the ribs out of the gates?" Just being smart, but he with no cover. Yeah,
that's what he does. He pulls a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he pulls just a little bit. Like he hasn't got better with age. He doesn't want to come in here now.
He's sort of got his little ways that he likes to do things, and that's it.
He runs the show. Look, he doesn't know he doesn't care. He's 9 years old. Like he's just exactly the same horse, and you'd love them all to be as sound and like he's a bit difficult, but you put up with them when they're like him.
So your fave?
Oh, of course he is. And I'm racing him this prep.
Oh, you're racing him. So, ka-ching, you're leasing him.
And Rachel, the strapper, has 3.5%.
No wonder she's doing cartwheels.
That was our Christmas bonus. So
well, you enjoy the money.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, there she is. Quick chat with Jimmy Orman now. Congratulations. He's a bit of a tough ride.
He is, but there didn't look much speed, and I don't know. Well, it probably wasn't really the intention to be that close, but sometimes those old horses are good to change it up a bit every now and then. But thought it was a good win, and a good pick-up ride. I've got to thank Michael Rod. Hopefully he's feeling better. And, unlucky for him, but it's a good pick-up ride for myself.
Absolutely. Well done.
Thanks, Benny.
Comes up. Cunnamulla goes in. The line is now complete. Red light on. All set. Racing Eagle Farm. Drifting back soon after the start, Naval Seal with Rising Pacific. Apart from that, it was a mad rush out early, but Jenny breaking out of the line first goes to the lead from Hollywood North, and third away was Kipling's Journey, followed then by Liberty Steps. Just behind them, Tenzing. He lands in a handy fifth soon after the start. Then Galifianakis, drifting back Wapiti, A Deal of Humour. Then Rising Pacific, Port Phillip, Naval Seal, and Cunnamulla off the wide gate went back to last. Spread it over 10 to 12 lengths as they drive towards the 1,000-metre turn, and Jenny, he loves to lead. He's afforded that opportunity today. He's got a margin of 2.5 in the middle stages. Kipling's Journey in second, one away Hollywood North in third, one Liberty Steps fourth. Wapiti was next, travelling fifth, and a bit wide but on the improve. Then came Tenzing. He's in a good position. He's away from the rail. He's on the outside of Galifianakis as Rising Pacific goes up 3 wide. Port Phillip beginning a run. Naval Seal between runners. A Deal of Humour down on the inside. If Cunnamulla is to win, he will have to come from Stowe Motherless last. Up to the turn, 500 left to run. Jenny in control of affairs around the bend. Wheels for home narrowly from Kipling's Journey. Wapiti, Hollywood North. Then Liberty Steps, followed by Naval Seal. Now Tenzing getting to the outside. Wider Rising Pacific, and Cunnamulla is the deepest. And the big guns of the market are putting in generous runs, but Tenzing's ahead of Cunnamulla. Down below the 200 metres, Tenzing swept up to Jenny and Liberty Steps. Wider Cunnamulla, then Rising Pacific. Tenzing's gone for home, and he is home. Tenzing beat Cunnamulla. Putter's got it right, 1-2. Rising Pacific third, Jenny fourth. Then Liberty Steps, Wapiti, Galifianakis, followed by the others, Liberty Steps, Kipling's Journey, Port Phillip, A Deal of Humour, and Hollywood North not racing well in last position.
Yes, top two in the market. They were both well back to Tenzing and Cunnamulla. Last Saturday week, a fortnight ago, they ran second and third. Not much in it, with Tenzing slightly ahead of Cunnamulla, but a bigger margin today, round about a length. Rising Pacific was good today. He doesn't like it when the tempo slackens, and he started to get on the bit, so he's run really well there to take that third spot. But the stablemate Tenzing, third up today, has got the money in the hands of Ryan Maloney, who rode a lovely race on him. Had him there ready to strike at the top of the straight. They went back on Cunnamulla to last to the extreme outside. He kept on strongly, as he always does. Jetty bounced quickly today, led at a good gallop. He strung them out, and he's weakened over the final part to finish in fourth placing. But the Australian Bloodstock colours, first and third there, splitting them. The favourite Cunnamulla, he ended up going off officially at 290, ahead of Tenzing at 320. But the big guy has won third up today, Bernie.
Yeah, he has, and it would appear he's sort of... Well, Tony joins me for a chat now. He knows him more than anyone, but those sort of, maybe get the first up run out of the road and those sort of races early in his prep, he's very good.
Yeah, I don't think the first up run was that bad. He's a horse that's got to be ridden in a specific way. He's got a really sharp sprint on him. But if you try and use that up too early, he just can't sustain that gallop. He can, sprint for a furlong and a half, probably as quick as a 5 furlong horse. But if you ask him to use it early, you just burn all your carrots. But so he's got a particular racing pattern. I always felt coming into this race today that he was going to get that perfect run. Yeah. And Ryan just rode him an absolute peach. I thought he's 10 out of 10 ride, and the horse delivered well.
It was. He was slightly in an awkward spot after they'd gone a furlong. He was 3 deep, and he just sort of manoeuvred and persuaded Galifianakis to go to the fence.
Oh, you know what he's like. He doesn't panic, Maloney. Only people that panic is the rest of us watching him, but he doesn't panic. He just relaxed as anything, Ryan. And once he was able to reverse park him into that spot, it was pretty painless to watch, really. And I've seen Jimmy trying to sort of flush him out in the stablemates. He knows what he's like, but he sprinted just far too good today. And he's in for a really good prep throughout this off-season racing. He's the right horse for it. And as long as we can keep drawing good gates and getting good rides like that.
Absolutely. The other bloke, Rising Pacific, didn't appreciate that pace slackening mid-race.
No, he wanted probably a little bit more tempo, and Jimmy was sort of half wanting to get going on him and not what. But look, he's run really well too. He's run a good gallant third and a bit of a stop-start sort of run for him.
Well done, Tone.
Thank you.
All right, Ryan's here. Let's have a quick chat. Good bit of manoeuvring down the back straight.
Yeah, luckily they rolled along enough to split them up, and I was able to get myself one off. And then when Cody rolled around, it just gave me the perfect card up, considering the way the track's playing. And I thought he put the riding on the wall last start. Like Tony said, he's got a short, sharp sprint. But once I produced him, he quickened up and put him away quite easily, and then just toughed it out.
He was just the pure racehorse, wasn't he? He got the revs up. He was ready to go when you push the button.
Yeah, he's very, very adaptable. He's very easy to ride, and he gives you 110%. So still got good improvement there to come. So certainly upwards and onwards.
Well done.
Thank you.
So just waiting on these last two to join them. The other runners are in and ready to go. Tenzing won the previous. Ryan Maloney riding. Rode it well too. Put it in the right spot and presented at the right time, and Tenzing did the rest. Flaghall moves up. Just waiting on Mogo Magic to join them. Mogo Magic joins them now. They're set to go. Red light switched on, race 9. Favourite runs from the outside gate. Second favourite, the inside gate. They're racing, and they jumped at a good line. Catwalk Criminal, one of the first to go, showing speed. Mr. Galazi, Flag Hauler. Mogo Magic sailing across off the wide gate. Fifth away was La Melody. Then Burning Bell, followed by a Moral Hell of a Bardi, Wild Botanica. A long way back, Blue Spinel, He's Heaven and Nashira. Down towards the 600 metres, Catwalk Criminal and Mogo Magic. The two big guns are 1-2 in the run. Mr. Galazi 3 wide. Flag Hall tracking well in fourth. La Melody fifth near the rail. Then Burning Bell, a Moral Hell of a Bardi, Blue Spinel, Wild Botanica, Nashira, and He's Heaven. In the home straight though, Catwalk Criminal led the way. Mogo Magic given full bore on the outside. Mr. Galazi only battling, so is Flag Hall. Burning Bell out wider. Catwalk Criminal, Mogo Magic, they're both flat out. Mr. Galazi trying hard. Burning Bell, Blue Spinel coming through. Wider was Wild Botanica. Big finish, fluctuating finish. Burning Bell reached the lead. Burning Bell too good. Beat home Mr. Galazi and Blue Spinel in a blowout for putters. Not far away, Flag Hall and Wild Botanica. Catwalk Criminal and Mogo Magic hit the brick wall. Then He's Heaven, Nashira, Immoral, La Melody and Hell of a Bardi last over the line.
Yeah, we've got a blowout in race 9 in Burning Bell, getting to the widest part of the track in the home straight, $29.60 and $6, back from the 1300 to a trip that she's relished today. She gets there from Mr. Galazzi, and then Blue Spinel, and then maybe Wild Botanica. That's the way they finish, 5, 7, 8 and 12. So Burning Bell is the winner in the colours of the on-track racing, the yellow colours. They had a winner at the Sunshine Coast last night, and she's launched inside the 200 metres mark and makes it back-to-back wins for Ryan Maloney. Flag Hall seemed to be travelling strongly in the slipstream of the leaders coming towards the bend. Didn't quite finish off. Catwalk Criminal was the best supported runner there and led them up. And Mogo Magic had to do a fair bit of work didn't really let down in the home straight. He just got a bit of an awkward action about him, and he'd reached the lead momentarily, and those two towards the inside have just felt the pinch inside the 100. We're looking to the right-hand part of the track. They were the finishers, and it was in the yellow colours of On Track. Burning Bell for Edmonds and McLean and Ryan Maloney.
Yeah, Maxie, that was just really, really exciting for Toby Edmonds here today, and she's obviously going great gun, so a master move on the chessboard, come back to 1,000 where she's not up front doing all the work.
Yeah, look, it wasn't really my idea. It was Kyle Wilson-Taylor's idea, to be honest, and he couldn't ride it because he had to stick with Stewie Kendricks. But we've got to thank him, thank the on-track team, Ryan Maloney for a beautiful ride. That was just 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. And the mare, she's been so honest. She's like 6-year-old. You wouldn't think she's 6. She gets around like she's a 3-year-old. So she ran super in the Magic Million fillies race, mares race, went really hard, give a good kick on the corner, and just got found late. She'll go through to the dual day now. So good effort.
And she's like you say, honest and handy.
Correct. No star, but really, really honest.
Well done, Tobe.
Thanks, Boone.
All right, let's have a quick chat with Ryan. Well done, Ryan. Toby's very excited.
Yeah, no, it's always good to get one for him, and especially On Track, that have been good supporters. So, look, she probably hadn't put her best foot forward this prep, but a few little things she did. She needs to get the right running transit, but today it just sort of worked out perfect. They went hard up front, we were able to get that perfect spot, and we're poised to pounce, and she has got a good affinity with the track and distance, so she's done the rest.
I know she's won up to 1,400, but maybe she's more effective, 1,000 to 1,200.
Yeah, I think on the fresh side, she certainly got that composure of a sprinter, but look, she's very straightforward from a jockey's point of view. She's very easy to ride, and like I said, it was good to get another one from On Track and Toby.
Well done.
Thank you.
Stand by for a start. Racing Brisbane. Billionaire Baby came out badly, missed it by 6 or 7 lengths. Set to Shine, the favourite, won the start, goes to the early lead, but they're coming after her early. Field of Myrtle with speed. Prime Asset is driving forward as well. Centre Stone right up there. Light of Boom and Field of Myrtle about 4th and 5th. Then up by Concord, followed by Until Valhalla. Northern Decree getting to the moving line off the wide gate, then Selling Sunset. Followed by Ivan's Hero. A long way back was Guevara. Then came our Magnus. It's a mile back, the second favourite, and Billionaire Baby after that sloppy start is a clear last. Down below the 800, Prime Asset took over, leads Centre Stone second, Light of Boom third the outside, and Set to Shine after jumping in front, steadies to be 4th, then Field of Myrtle, 2 lengths away Until Valhalla, followed by Out by Concord, Toes on the Nose, Northern Decree, Selling Sunset, Ivan's Hero, Guevara, Our Magnus, and Billionaire Baby last of all. They scout right to the outside of the straight, leaving the fence alone. Down below the 400 metres, Centre Stone, out beyond the centre of the track, led the way, got past Prime Asset, Until Valhalla's running a race, then Northern Decree getting run up on the inside, Set to Shine, was balked for a runner, Northern Decree goes from the inside, takes the lead, Toes on the Nose, flying out wide, Northern Decree in front, Toes on the Nose, up the second, Northern Decree, lands good bets, beats Until Valhalla and Toes on the Nose, Set to Shine in 4th, Our Magnus doing its best work late, then Prime Asset out by Concord, well back Centre Stone, Light of Boom, then Ivan's Hero, well back was Field of Myrtle, and amongst the tail enders, Selling Sunset, Billionaire Baby and Guevara.
In great order, Northern Decree winning at Ipswich first up, and he's won today with plenty of authority. Had a bit of an awkward gate there, and he's been able to get through and score, and they didn't forget to back him either. No. What was he? He was 11 down to $7. So there was plenty of confidence in the air, and he gives Vlad Jurek another winner today. He's a lovely, big, strong horse. He's taken some time to develop. This is going to obviously be his best preparation to date, I would say, Maxie. So Rob doing a great job. Started off with a pretty wide barrier. He rode him nice and cold. And let him do his best late. But you can see he's really grown into a big horse these days, hasn't he? He has. He looked beautiful in the mounting yard. I just looked at his second up record. First up, he won at Ipswich, 7 goes, 3 wins. But second up, 5 goes, only the 1 placing. But as you say, he's just come back. He's just thrived during the break. He's still way off the rails there, but He's still been able to get up and beat until Valhalla. Kyle did a really good job on her to get her sort of into the clear, and she tried really hard, but eventually no match for the winner, Northern Decree. And was it Toes on the Nose getting third ahead of our Magnus, checking in, picking up another check there, this time the check for fourth.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
What did you think of Set to Shine? She was there. Might have been a little bit tight at the 200.
Yeah, it was a bit tight. She's not very big, and obviously she was quite crowded. But I think had she had a turn of foot, she was there and poised, ready to do something. Although Northern Decree until Valhalla have come from the back of the field, so it suggests the tempo was pretty strong, and she wasn't far behind that tempo.
Was it Billionaire Baby that missed the kick?
Yes.
I don't know whether we've got any vision of that. He had drawn an inside barrier. I didn't actually see it. He must have come out very, very slowly there, so I don't know what happened, whether there was an issue or something happened there of his own accord.
Yes.
We might be able to get a picture just before we close the telecast, Bernie, because there would have been a bit of betting on him. We're about to have a look at it now. So we're looking towards the inside in gate 3, just moving about.
Oh.
The attendant did have hold of the rein. Can we go back and have a look at that again? He was a little bit fractious. A fraction of a second before he hit the button.
Yeah, that's right. And he has literally leapt up and struck that bar at the top. And you can see the jockey, really, Mark Duplessis could see that happening. And, he's taken evasive action there, obviously. So the vets will check out Billionaire Baby, but just bad timing to leap in the air.
Yeah, and Mark will be checked out as well. But it appeared that the attendant was trying to help there, but he had his hand on the rein. So I don't know whether the stewards will obviously look at that and decide whether the horse was afforded a fair start. So if you back Billionaire Baby, just hold on and we'll see what happens.
Alrighty, that is it for our racing here today at Eagle Farm. Hope you found a winner or two, enjoyed the coverage. Maxie and I look forward to joining you again next Wednesday. But for now, we'll say goodnight.